Welcome back, YouTubers. Today's project is a Pioneer stereo. It has one major issue, which we'll go over here in a minute. I looked at all the capacitors in here, and this thing is clean. Very clean. You see this little white piece of plastic here. This was on the volume control board right here, and it allowed this ribbon cable to be plugged in here. And those little items, let's see if I can, if Zoom will be my friend today. Will you be my friend, Zoom? Oh, it doesn't look like it. But you can see those little tabs sticking up there. Yeah. There's not much to them. So what I'm going to do to fix this, because it had a poor connection, there were a couple things. The volume pot was a little bit loose, so I fixed the mount on that. And this here, we're going to take those pins out and solder these wires in. Okay, but take my word for it, right here in words it's marked which pin does what. Plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts. And the same goes right here. So it's marked. We're just going to, since I had to split this ribbon cable, and some of these don't split too easily, you can steal a pair of bathroom scissors, hair cutting scissors. They work good to split it. I'm going to put some shrink tubing on here. And then I'm going to proceed to remove these pins, straighten these wires out, and we'll solder them in place. Okay, first thing you want to do is locate your shrink tubing, which I have right here, and plenty of it. And then next you want to locate a lighter. If a certain plumber's been around, your lighters will disappear. We're going to be patriotic. Red, white, and blue. Main reason I'm using red is this wire here has that's got a red tracer on it. So we're going to get a piece of shrink tubing. Okay, now it'll fit right on there. You can use a lighter for this. And just heat it up, back and forth, about like that. You can see if a little bit of smoke comes off of it, or if it starts turning color, yeah, you're going a little overboard. We'll let that cool off, but I'm going to do that to each one of these. And there's about 12 of these conductors. Okay, here we are. I got the shrink tubing process done. This may be a little bit of overkill. Red on the positive, white on the negative, blue across here. And some of these ribbon cables, just a heads up, when you're shrinking the tape, the insulation they use on here is delicate, so it does melt a heck of a lot easier than the shrink tubing. But I also went across each of the ends of these. You can see white on the tips. I did this because when I solder these to the boards and I'm applying a lot of heat, this will be able, 2 layers of shrink tubing. It'll melt a little bit at the end, but it's not going to, harm anything that bad underneath. And if it does, it's already insulated. The next thing that we have to do is we have to go through here and get these little prongs out of there. I'm going to lay this right here and hold it, as you can see. And I'm going to go to each one of these pins and just heat up. That's just one spot. Like that. And it looks like they're popping through. And if they are, that's just fantastic. Just be careful not to overheat the board or anything adjacent to it. This isn't a high wattage soldering iron. We have all the holes cleared. And that's all that is. I don't know if you can see that. No, you really can't. So next thing we want to do is work on these wires. There we go. If you look real close here, all these nice shiny spots, but you have a couple more to trim off. But we got all the wires connected, and I do need to get a new tip or a new soldering iron because it's plug it in and see if we pop some breakers. Okay, good. That, my folks, is how you blow out a speaker. We got sound. Don't got good speed. Everything works.